Do you buy or sell a Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose heel turn at SummerSlam?
I'd buy
Before you
it.
answer, because
Okay.
we talked about this literally like 2 minutes before the show started. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns did a joint interview with Michael Cole on WWE's website. You saw this interview, correct?
Yeah, I thought it was great.
And you said it was great. Could you just repeat that for me?
It was a great interview. I don't know what else to say.
Okay, so with that in mind, now do you buy or sell Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose turning on each other?
I still buy it because I'm dying for an Ambrose heel
Why?
turn. Because I think face Ambrose is so limited that it's disgusting. Like, I'm just sick of it because Ambrose is like my secret favorite wrestler, but only in theory, not in practice. Because in practice, it's like, oh, I'm so sick of this guy with the jeans and the t-shirt coming out and being goofy. And then I see Ambrose, and I'm like, I just see the potential just for a great heel run. In particular, I've been dying for him to pair up with Wyatt. Like, I posed that on my YouTube channel, which has like 3 subscribers, so I doubt anyone has seen it. But I talk about how
I'll subscribe to
yeah,
go up by 33% instantly.
he would be a great addition to the Wyatt family in a different role, not in a sort of blind follower way, but I always thought of it as there's a movie called The Master where it's about a cult leader who basically gets involved with this war veteran, and the war veteran basically becomes attached to the cult leader, and the cult leader is trying desperately to tame him. He's like this wild dog who has PTSD from the war, and he's looking for a purpose, and the cult leader is looking to fit him into his ideology, and I think that would be a great relationship for Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose to have, where instead of Ambrose being like the brainwashed Luke Harper, Ambrose is like this attack dog who needs an outlet because he used to have the Shield, now he doesn't, and he's not getting anything done, and so he needs some sort of direction. And I think this is just a pairing made in heaven. I've been dying to see it, so I'm going to buy it no matter how much I like Roman Reigns and Ambrose together. And I'm not saying I wouldn't mind a Roman Reigns heel turn either, but I think now would be the terrible time to do it because the whole narrative is set up that Roman Reigns is the good guy, and it would just make no sense if he turned on Dean. Whereas Dean Ambrose turning on Reigns, I think would make a lot more sense because whereas Roman Reigns has been achieving things this past year, Ambrose hasn't. I mean, he's gotten his title matches, but he hasn't come out on top unless you count that one time where he did and then they reversed the decision. But he has to be frustrated, and he has to be angry, and he has to be a little bit jealous of Rollins and Reigns, and so it just makes perfect sense.
Steven, I've given you props and praise on your thoughtfulness, and that all sounded awesome. But here's the thing: I am selling the entire hell out of it. No, no, because I saw that interview and I already thought that Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, they're just greatest partners. They're great together. But that reinforced it even more because I see these two guys and I see the dynamic that exists between them, and I can't. I don't want to break that. Like, I don't want to go away from that because I think that this is something that doesn't really happen often in wrestling, that you have two friends on the show, two friends where they're not necessarily a full-time tag team, but they just have each other's back and they're in segments with each other and they talk, and just like seeing this between Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, it's so refreshing. And there's something about those two guys together. I don't know what it is, what they unlock within each other, but it's like both of them are good on their own. And I've seen flashes of brilliance from both Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns individually, but together, that's a pair that can't be beat. Like, I saw the way that they played off of each other in that interview. I saw the way that they played off of each other on Monday Night Raw. It's just too awesome and too refreshing for me to give up at this point in time. Like, maybe we'll get down the line where it's not necessarily something that happened like with Seth Rollins, where this is one big moment where everything just collapses. Maybe we'll get like a slow kind of just a dissolution of their bond, but I'm hoping that it's like a long way off. I don't want to see it anytime soon, so I'm going to go ahead and sell the possibility of a heel turn from either of these guys.
I am all in for one of them turning on each other at SummerSlam. I am so tired of the. I am so tired of the direction of, or lack thereof, direction of both of these guys. I know they got something with each other. Like, they do make a good team. They were entertaining even on Raw in that one little segment. But damn it, I am so tired of both of these guys being in no man's land, mid-card hell, especially Ambrose. He goes from being in a championship match in June to now jobbing out every week and being absolutely irrelevant, even despite the fact that he's still over and still a good wrestler and still somebody that everyone can like and enjoy. But there's no reason to get behind him right now because, there's really no direction for the guy. And the same can be said for Roman Reigns, a guy who won the Royal Rumble and main evented WrestleMania this year. I don't see where the hell Roman Reigns fits into the plans going forward. One of these guys turning on the other can lead to something brand new for them, and maybe it's just because they're in such a bad position that I feel this way, but I don't care which one it is. I just want a damn heel turn at SummerSlam.
Yeah, man, I completely agree with all of that, and I know, Jay, what you're saying. Like, I hear it. I really do, because I love their partnership, too. And I agree. I think that you need friendships more often, because that's a bit of continuity that actually stuck. And I really appreciate that WWE does that. I really do. Except I do wonder where Roman Reigns was when Ambrose was getting his skull crushed in by Rollins. But aside from that, they have upheld the friendship. But look, even if they were to stick together, it wouldn't last. It's not like they would be tag team partners. It's not like they would be the Shield minus Rollins. If anything, they'll just finish up the Wyatt feud and then go their separate ways again. And are you really willing to sacrifice a heel Ambrose or a heel Reigns for just the possibility of them having a few cool segments? Because that seems to be what... Well, but I don't know about that, man. Because look, face Ambrose and face Reigns, they're both kind of shitty, to be honest. I mean, they're not bad, but they're kind of shitty.
But face Ambrose and face Reigns as friends is awesome.
Yeah, it is, but that's not their constant direction. These guys have to break out as singles guys. We all know that. We don't want them as a tag team.
I'm also thinking of the Wyatt group, or whatever the hell this is now. I don't want to call it a family, because it's just Luke and Bray, but, the Wyatts here. Where the fuck do they go if one of these guys doesn't join them, or they don't get a win or something? Like, I mean, come on, the Wyatt character has already suffered enough. I think we need to see something new with the Wyatts.
I'm not sacrificing Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns for Bray Wyatt, no.
I do think something is going to happen with Wyatt. Whether or not there's a heel turn, I think they're getting new members. I don't know who that will be, but it could be someone from NXT that we don't even think about.
Even if it was just somebody revealed, like, that to me would be valuable at SummerSlam. Like, if we're not going to get a Reigns or Ambrose heel turn, at least tell me somebody new is going to be involved with the Wyatts, or something is going to help that clan out, because they need momentum like crazy. They need momentum yesterday.
I could go with that. So have we reached a consensus? No Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose heel turn. Just bring somebody else up. Are you cool with that, Steven?
The Dean Ambrose heel turn is the thing I'm waiting for so desperately right now.
I want that the most too. Yep. I won't be as satisfied if it's somebody else. I'll still be happier, but I want it to be Ambrose or Reigns turning on each. I know it's kind of predictable. But
you could settle for happier, though, right? Now, there are some people who would, die for happiness. Like, the fact that you won't be pissed off, I think that's worth something, That's worth something, right?
Yeah.
I just want to say, look, I'm telling you, when Ambrose turns heel, you will see the potential of this guy. You will change your mind about everything you've ever said about Dean Ambrose. And I'm just dying for it to happen, man. So I'll sacrifice it.
Yep, I want full fucking happiness, not 50%. I want 100%.